It seems that UFOs, whatever they may be, are almost commonplace. But how do we interpret nightmare stories of close contact with extraterrestrials?
It was me and my friend Colin Wright driving along, basically, and Colin pointed up to the windscreen of my car, making me aware of something in front of the car. And I'm looking at the object, thinking, you know, what is it, you know, and I'm getting closer to it and closer to it. And just as we started to go underneath, it dropped a shimmering curtain of light. I braced myself with impact, whatever this was. And I see these three small creatures coming towards the car. And I felt like if you've been electrocuted, all my muscles turning in really hard. And then from there on, I'm lying on some form of platform. I see these small creatures again, and bigger, taller ones. They were white in colour, grey, whitey colour. The small ones must have been about 3 feet high. The taller ones must have reckoned to be about 6 feet. Way above me, I was lying down and sort of basically looking up. And I saw two objects going away from my chest area, like going up the way. I couldn't move. I was just panicking. I was in the right state, crying and that.
In terms of alien abductions, I'm personally convinced that the vast majority of people who've had these experiences are sincere. But what we do know from studying witnesses to alien abductions is that there are certain patterns to these witnesses that are different from an ordinary cross-section of the population. For example, they have a remarkable ability to remember things early in life. Generally, most people can't recall anything back beyond the age of about 3, and that's because of the way in which the brain stores information. That process changes at about the age of 3. With abductees, more than 80% of them can remember details back beyond the age of 1, and some of them can even talk about periods of only a few days or weeks old. So there is clearly a clue there, something very significantly different about the way that their brain functions.
I'm back in the car on the wrong side of the road, and the car's heading up the embankment. Colin's screaming, he's like panicking. Managed to gain control of the car. Didn't look back, I just drove as fast as I could. And Colin was shouting, slow down, you'll kill us, you'll kill us. I mean, I was just in a state.
There are common themes with some of these narratives. There are things that come up again and again and make you think, well, maybe there is something to this after all. Descriptions of the entities have a surprising commonality. The typical short grey beings with large heads and very large eyes. The idea of a blue-white beam of light being used.
I would say it's changed my life, it's had a bit of an impact on my life, totally. I'm quite interested to find out why it happened and why it took place and what's behind it all.
Abduction cases are a lot harder to explain because here we've got people saying they've had direct contact with aliens and had close-up views of alien life forms, so it's a lot harder to dismiss the lights in the sky. I mean, I've certainly been impressed by the stories that people have told me about their experiences. I mean, the Gary Wood and Colin Wright A70 case involving obviously 2 people taken from their car and aboard a spaceship, for want of a better word. Now, I mean, that kind of account seems to me to stand up under scrutiny.
The whole abduction thing, you know, I mean, why are these people being abducted? You know, it's a study, basically, I think.
I myself think that there must be other forms of more intelligent beings than we are. Whether they want to come and see us, I don't know. They've got to pick some place. Why not Bonnybridge?
All these people can't be making these things up. I mean, there's something there that nobody can really... They can't prove it either way. I mean, I don't think anybody's been able to prove that, yeah, there's something out there. But at the same time, there's nobody can deny what these witnesses are saying.
Yeah, I mean, I believe there are other entities. I mean, obviously it's a big question to say, are these entities travelling billions and billions of miles to come and visit the Earth? It doesn't seem to make a great deal of sense. So I think maybe the answer is there are other dimensions. Maybe there are other worlds sharing this space with us, and that's why aliens, if you like, or UFOs appear or disappear almost at will.
You know, the frustration is that you meet so many reliable people who believe they've seen something extraordinary, and there's nobody who can or nobody who wants to tell them what that something extraordinary is.
And there are other very down-to-earth reasons why the mystery should be perpetuated. Take Bonnie Bridge.